I know I made a pro pot video a couple weeks ago, and legalization, medical use, everything, no judgment at all. Sometimes certain friends, it gets a bit too much. Like, I know one person that needs to have a base level, and then they need to have like different types of sativas and indicas for what they're doing, right? And they need to pick up a shovel and put it by the grave they're digging. Don't ask. Okay? I can't be implicated. Nothing happened. And they're like, I need a couple of tokes. And I'm like, why? Why do you need a couple of tokes? And I'm like, because it is not, I need to experience picking up the shovel at a certain gradation level. And I'm like, oh, so what would picking up the shovel be like now? And he'd be like, not good, like demonic ghosts flying to my hands as I try. And what would a couple of tokes do? The centrifugal universe will radiate and glisten itself into shatters of shards of bards of cards, and I will truly know the notion of the handle's existence. And I'm like, all right, can't argue with that. Now, there's so much different types. So when you're in a car with someone and the stereo is on, there's certain types of weed where people will like whatever you play. So you find the station, you put earplugs on, and because you're in a car that's really silent any which way. So, right, pointless invention, like half the time it's not what you see or your mirror, it's the sound of the car screeching in front of you about to any which way. We're not going to talk about that. So you put your plugs in, you put on ding ding dong dong ding ding dong dong tee 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 boo, and the person's like, I feel it. All right. Then you have someone on a different blend, and you put on the song Mary Jane by Rick James from a million years ago, and they're like, oh, this new Kanye West song is like, he can sing finally, but he sounds more annoying now that he can sing. And who's this Mary Jane girl? And I'm like sitting there, and I said, I think you're on something called Mary Jane, unless that's so old school. I put on a song about marijuana usage and Rick James' love for you so you could appreciate it. And he was like, oh, it's not Kanye. Then you have another strain. This is a girl I know. Like, you put on like Wildflower by The Cult, like for classic rock. And she's like, no, the sneers. I know this is supposed to be like better in AC/DC, but I need to change it. No, you don't bitch at me. When I'm high, I really know what I like and what I don't like, and I just realized something, and doon. What the fuck, do you have a Jewel song on here for that? It shrunk my balls and I'm a woman now. Godsmack, really, God, this is hell. Oh, Toxic by Britney Spears. Okay. This is not the Stargate remix. This is not Will I Know. This is bastardization. You shut the fuck up. I'm high and I need to listen to what I want to listen to. Oh, Crystal Castles. Anything by Crystal Castles. Anything except the first album. Sasha, do you think they're using analogs think? Oh, no, no. Oops. No, you're trying to say synth. I just have to say this. You thought that would do something for me in the state I'm in, but it didn't. It just took me down a level. Like having 5 pints of lemon juice. Okay, synth. I can't do the S. Okay. Any which way, to make the point quick, because it's going to take forever, I definitely think that there is a Prophet 5 in there, and I think they have a DX7, but that's FM synth. I really don't know. I have to look it up because it might be all software. You don't even know, right? It might be all just no, everyone owns a virus access synth, right? Like, for the longest time, Lady Gaga was like silent on the computer, or I'm going to go to my TI. That was astute enough for me not to hate you. But now you ruined the song, and no. Why the frick did you put Aerosmith on? Oh, dun 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 dun. Holy shit! Yeah. If no one likes Back in the Saddle, they don't like music. Like, this is how you test, like, hip-hoppers, jazz musicians, opera musicians. If they don't respond to Back in the Saddle, like, it was like nothing that they'd ever heard in their life before, and that how a white band could be so funky. It's so funky. Oh, there's like triplets on the hissy thing. I mean, the whisk that does the rim shot part, right? Yeah, I don't know. You've been drumming for like 15 years, and you were like a drummer for Biohazard for like a year. A kick. Oh, I remember that. That's why I'm so backwards. So sometimes it can be really not easy at all with people who are like weeded out. Like the one that's like this. Actually, this is me normally every single day, but any which way, this is another type of weeded out person. Got an idea. It's a good one. It's a really good one. I just need to smell my hand to smell my flesh, because it's a fleshly idea. I want you to take a breath. Just a deep breath. That's all. I just have a suggestion. Hold on. Okay. Bring it down like you do always. Get out. Just fill it all with contour cream, okay? Take a white, go down, and do like a prism, like a vector symbol. You are welcome, my child. So, you know, or there's a straight friend that you have, right? And yeah, you have this Lauren Conrad thing. So we're like watching episodes of, my God, I can't even remember the name of the show, and I watched it for years. Well, anyway, he sees Adrena, and Adrena, okay, this was a reality TV show about a stylish girl that wanted to be stylish, but worked at the magazine and wasn't really living up to her full potential, and living with a friend that sold her sex tape and had a big nose job, and that really annoying song in the beginning with her driving in the car, and Lauren Conrad has all these fake friends, and so does Heidi, and Adrena came in, I don't know, at one point. It was some kind of rock promoter. And so this guy's like, why is that really hot old bitch in your fag makeup book by Scott Barnes on the show? That girl's name, I think, is Adrena Partridge. What was that old hot lady's name? She was hot. I think she's wearing a wig because I've seen enough fucking wigs in that drag book you showed me. And she was hot. Like, you could tell she was in her 70s, but she looked like she was in her 30s. She was hot. What was her name? Raquel Welch. What the fuck are you doing with Brody Jenner? What? And this guy just had one puff off of something. So, sometimes it can just be a bit much. Like a friend going, I'm fine, I just need to sit down. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, I'm just having an Eckhart Tolle moment. And I'm like, that's never good. Are you channeling Dr. Phil as well, perhaps? And he was like, I'm actually just did this for the first time in my life ever. And I don't know how to describe the feeling to you, Sugar Baker, but there's waves pressing me down onto the seat. Normally this is how this person talks. Me talky good. Me like hate breed. Me no faith for. But on one choke for the first time in their life, I'm like, are you sure you should be buying that off the street? There could be toxic fentanyl in there. Are you crazy? Like, it's 420. Like, I need to know what the fuck this shit's about. Me, no kapu papu I speak the sentence papali kaku papu papu. So we're walking along, and he's like, me to do, me no to do, me to do, me bye, me should do. Me should do. And he hasn't smoked up yet. This is him, maybe he's drunk, I don't know. I just presume that this is him straight because he refuses to take Tylenol because he feels like his brain will be melted and sucked out of his nose. And any anti-inflammatory may burn his nerves to death. So on and on me. 10 seconds later, I need to sit down and have an Eckhart Tolle moment. I think I'm gonna die. Just shut the fuck up. I'm gonna get some orange juice, okay? Just sit there. By the way, it won't fix the brain damage that you've had, but I'm gonna go get some orange juice, and you should never, ever, ever buy a joint off someone from the street, okay? Just go up to the hospital, around the back, and you'll see the people, because I was one of them, with like a whisk bag full of shit, having shatter rubbed into their shoulder. That would be better for you. So, I am pro-herb. As I said before, there's not a herb for everything, but there's a herb to become anorexic. Just about every single indica smoker I know is like thin. And there's a herb to be able to not have fear of math, which is in the DSM-5 now. It's a disease. It's called mathoplex. They've come up with a new antidepressant called Zoltron, so people can learn math. Pfizer's still testing it because the rabbits, yeah, I know they're fucking evil that they're using it on, are turning into David Spades. So there's tons of David Spades with tails just jumping around. So I'm pro. Some people need it to blow their nose, right? Like they can't live a minute not. Some people actually should not live a minute not stoned. There are some people I know that where it would work. I just want to say that I did get a question about what's it like talking to a certain drag queen that you know. And I said, have you seen the new Star Trek movie where Captain Kirk goes up to the alien and is like, this is for peace and let's have some fun and do you want a cigarette? And all of a sudden this big monster's like, oh, and they all practically rape him and throw him into a lava pit. That's the experience. There.